Hello and welcome to
Hey, we like your pod.
And we're going to tell you why. Hi, it's Dawn here, and I am joined, as always, on draft night 2023 by my trusted partner, Matt Pickett. How you doing, Maddie?
Good, Don. It's exciting right now because as we're recording this, the Packers are in the bullpen, in the chamber. I don't know how to say it, but basically on deck. That's the phrase I want.
On
Something
deck.
in sport I don't watch. They're on deck because the Lions are on the clock at pick 12. And so the Packers are supposed to pick really soon. So, Dawn, do you have somebody who you hope they pick tonight?
Oh, I have some, but they've been taken. I wanted Paris.
That would have been amazing if Paris Johnson Jr. had fallen to us. He is a amazing prospect.
Yes. I'm interested in beefing up our O-line.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't think we were going to get a tight end in the first. I don't think we're going to get a tight end in the first round. Is JSN? What is he? Wait, is your?
I don't know if the Lions are picking. I don't know if their pick is in or not. I haven't seen it, but as far as right now, as we're saying this, Christian Gonzalez, Broderick Jones, Jackson Smith and Jigba, and Lucas Van Ness are all still available, and those are all really good. I can't believe Christian Gonzalez is still available. That's bananas.
Christian is a wide receiver? Well, they haven't taken
Christian
any
Gonzalez is a cornerback. There it is. The Lions got Jahmyr Gibbs, I think is what I saw there. They took Jahmyr Gibbs? Wow. Okay, sure.
Running back. So 2 running backs in the first round so far.
Yeah, I wasn't surprised to see Bijan Robinson go in the first round, but I am surprised it was that high. I mean, he's like a generational talent and whatever else, but like 8th? Cool. I mean, good for him. Good for the Falcons. But yeah, no, this is exciting now because so the Packers are literally on the clock right now.
Yay!
As we're recording. Okay, so who do you hope they take now? Who do you hope they take?
Well, okay, let me look at I gotta look at my street. I was answering some messages and I'm looking for our guest.
We have a missing guest tonight right now.
We have a missing guest, and I was answering somebody else. I might go on one. We'll talk about that later tomorrow night for rounds 2 and 3 on another podcast. So, okay. I don't know. Okay. So I would be bad at this. Okay. Who's the next edge that I like? Where is he? Okay. So.
While you're thinking about it, I'll say that I've been pounding the table for Jackson Smith and Jigba for weeks now. Some people say that
I know
13 is too high. People say, you should take a tight end like Dalton Kincaid because they think he's a better pass catcher. But I love Jackson Smith and Jigba. His highlights are amazing. He's not the fastest wide receiver, but he's very shifty, very flexible, extremely good bodily awareness. The kinds of catches he could make were just bananas.
Yeah, the 2, and that's a great one. And I love your Post-it note profile picture that you have now. He's coming off of a pretty serious back injury, isn't he?
No, he's coming off of the hamstring.
Hamstring. Okay, and then well, that might not be as bad. I don't know. I thought it was a back injury for some reason. And then
somebody else is coming off a back injury. I can't think of who it is.
Yeah, and then the other thing is we have 2 really promising young wide receivers, and so the argument was maybe we need like some veteran presence there. Maybe
it's not a lot of veterans still out there.
Right.
I mean, like it's like Randall Cobb at this point.
Right. So what I was looking at, because Packers a lot of times just take the best player in the first round. So we've got Smith, who's a corner.
You got Christian Gonzalez, who is
Yep.
probably one of the best. Let me see. Devin
Oh, Joey
Witherspoon won already,
Porter.
but I thought Christian Gonzalez would go first. I'm kind of
Yeah.
surprised about that. But
Yeah, Devin went first. Joey Porter
mhm.
would be another one that I looked at. The rest of them I didn't really. For the first round, I'd say Joey or, well, yeah, Christian if he's available. Because we really, and then safety. Who do we? But then,
The
okay,
safety
hold on. Go
is
ahead.
you could probably pick up a, a body in like the third or fourth round.
Yeah.
Like the safety class is not good.
Right. Okay, hold on. Let me change that. Okay, here we go. So on the number one,
Ooh, they took Lucas Van Ness.
Lucas Van Ness. Okay,
So they
where is
took
he?
the Iowa defensive lineman. We do need help on the D line. We've always been saying get Kenny Clark help to get somebody this high.
Right.
He's very good. That's why he's going that high. I mean, I
Good.
bummed this not
That sounds
JSN,
good. I'm happy with that. I
but it's a
mean,
good
we
pick.
need,
Yeah, it's a really good pick.
okay. I just resorted my spreadsheet. So the overall, Will Anderson's gone, Carter's gone, Young, Stroud, Miles Murphy. Miles Murphy
Yep,
was rated 5.
he's still out there. He's really good.
Yep. So they must have had a reason. Okay, quarterbacks, corner Cam Smith, Skoronsky. Is that the one you were talking about
Yeah, Skronsky was taken
by the Lions
by the
or
Titans at
by the
11.
Titans?
The Lions took
Okay,
Jahmyr
and
Gibbs, who's a running back from Alabama.
okay. Well, there we go. That's who we have.
There it is.
There it is.
LVN, Lucas Van Ness. All right, welcome to the Packers, sir.
Nice.
That's exciting.
Okay, sorry. I'm still looking for our guest, and I'm not sure where she went. And I'm also doing other things. So
I'll talk
well,
about how I'm doing. How about
how are you doing? How was your week? Yay! I'm so excited about the draft. I'm also very excited that Lorenzo is here. Hey, Lorenzo. And it's also really great to take my mind off of, I'm going first, my mind off of the Bucks losing last night. The number 1 seed taken down
Yeah,
big time by the Miami Heat, which was the number 8 seed. Wow, what an upset.
it is. It is unfortunate.
Yeah, it didn't look good though. The whole series was just not
Yeah.
looking great. I mean, the one game that they had at home where Giannis was hurt really early on or wasn't playing at all, they won. So that was kind of weird, but he looked stiff, and yeah, the whole thing was just bad. Anyway, so draft night is here. Lorenzo, did you hear Packers picked our pick? Van Ness?
Yeah, Lucas Van Ness.
Van Ness. All right, Maddie, how was your week?
Have a great week. I mean, it's been exciting, leading up to tonight. And tomorrow night I'll be watching at least round 2 from the number 1 Packers bar in America, Max Pizza Pub, over the river in Kentucky, Covington. I think I work in Covington. And so I'm excited about that. Otherwise, I've had some really wonderful moments this week. For example, there is a annual event at UC where staff can sign up to do like a day of service, like getting out and doing community service. And so I signed up for that right when it opened. I got a spot doing the field day at my kids' school. So I haven't told them yet. I'm going to try to surprise them, just like show up that day and be there helping out. So
fun.
Very excited about that. So yeah, I'm having a good week.
What's field day? What would that involve?
Oh, so it'll be like probably all kinds of different like stations, like fun things happening outside and inside for kids to like rotate to throughout the day. We used to do it at the middle school that I taught at before we moved to Cincinnati, and it was a fun time, exciting day. So I'm gonna be talking in like weird choppy sentences, I think, because like I'm trying to also watch my phone. I know what happens. I'm getting like messages from like family and friends about the Packers pick. So we're both gonna be a little like distracted cats tonight, I think.
Exactly. I'm doing the same thing. I'm trying to get it back. I'm gonna get it back together right now. Well, wow. So I loved your little girl's project. That was on Earth Day, right? That she put that out. Was that Earth
Oh,
Day?
the project she put on Facebook. Yeah.
Yeah.
My older kid put out or made a video about helping the earth, and it was just the most adorable thing. It was really
Yes.
really well done too, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And so put that out on Facebook, got a lot of good reception from that. It was actually part of a uh competition with one of the other classes in their school to see who could do like the most for the earth over the weekend,
Aw.
which is amazing. So she's like, I'm gonna go above and beyond. I'm gonna make a video and everything. Sorry, like I said, I am just all over the place here. So yeah, really cool stuff.
Cool stuff.
In fact,
All
and
right.
in fact, actually, sorry, speaking of tonight, one of the reasons why I'm so scattered tonight is because we were at a reception for like the students who tested as gifted in art in the districts. My older kid submitted a portfolio and it tested as gifted in art, which is very exciting for them. So
Is she the same one who did the video, or is
yep,
it the younger one? Okay,
same one. Yep.
that makes sense. Cool. So is she going to take, you going to give her some extra training, like outside school training, or?
So her art teacher at school does a lot to like do enrichment for the really like interested, talented art kids. So that's part of the reason why she was able even to test as gifted, is because the art teacher kind of like put that together for them, help them like develop the portfolio, get that all set to go. So like she
Right.
actually gets a lot of extra help from her art teacher, who always goes above and beyond. She's fantastic.
Wow.
So yeah, and then part of this is that she's gonna like extra art supplies to use over the summer to like kind of keep things
Oh,
going.
cool.
And there's actually in Cincinnati, there's a one of the schools is the School for the Creative and Performing Arts,
Mm-hmm.
which is like you have to audition to get into it, and she'll probably see if she can for art. Because you can go in for art or for music or for acting or for dance or for creative writing. So like a really cool 7 through 12 grade school. She'll definitely apply to it for art. So
That's cool.
yeah,
That's exciting stuff.
it's
You
cool
just
kid.
got home?
Pretty shortly before we started, yeah. So got home, fed the kids, got them in bed as quickly as we could. I ran up the stairs here. So anyhow, hey, any word from our guest? Are they
Nothing. We
oh,
have
shoot.
Amy scheduled for tonight. I spoke with her about an hour ago, but something must have come up.
Someone's come up. So
Here's
hopefully
somebody who sounds interesting. He's a linebacker. He's 71st overall. I'm thinking of tomorrow already. I'm like, next.
I was like, what are you doing,
I
Don?
love his name. His name is Henry Toto. T-O apostrophe O T-O apostrophe O. Or maybe it's Tutu. I like his name. He's a senior out of Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
He's ranked third on linebackers
Oh, okay.
overall, and
Do
then
we
71
need a
overall.
linebacker? What do you think? Do we need a linebacker? Sorry to interrupt.
Well, it depends. If they're, I mean, sometimes they're listed as linemen, right? And sometimes they're listed as an edge. So it depends on what he can do, but I like his name.
Yeah. Depends.
Tuli Paluto is another fun name. Sounds Hawaiian, out of USC.
Does sound Hawaiian.
All right. So how about we jump into our superlatives? That
Yes.
way, if Jamie does join us, we can do that on the flip side.
It's a good idea. All right. Do you want to go first?
Sure. Let me go first. Sorry, everyone. We are having a hard time tonight.
We are barely functioning. Okay,
We are barely. We're both. I'm glad it's not just, we're both like this, so it's fine. So, okay. So 3 most interesting clips from Goot's press conference on Monday. I'm going to go ahead and play them and let you decide. I thought they were cute. I don't know. I didn't think they were cute.
Yeah, I think where our team is at, obviously Aaron's up there in age, and has I don't know however many years he has. I think he's got some really good football left in him. But
I loved that he brought out that Aaron was up there in age.
Mm-hmm.
I think for us, it was just as we got through
awkward.
and started talking about where we wanted to go. The this made a little bit of sense for us. We wanted to get his input, like I've told you guys in the past, and would have loved to have that and kind of see where he sat with that. That didn't happen. That was a little bit unfortunate and disappointing for me.
I thought it was interesting that he said, I thought it was unfortunate and disappointing for me personally.
Mm-hmm.
And I was really glad he said that, because it really was, it would have been a disappointment for him personally.
Mm-hmm.
It's that there's more than one person, in this room. So I was glad that he shared that. It was kind of funny. But when let me finish this out. It's only.
But at the same time, I just think, as we move forward, we're really excited where Jordan can go. He needs to play, and having him sit another year, I think, would really delayed kind of, where we're going and what we're trying to build. Yeah, I think where
we're going and what we're trying to build. So, I think the decision was probably made. Rogers probably knew it, didn't want to talk about, whatever. But I just felt like he was super honest.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's two shorter clips. That was like 23 seconds. But these two are really short, and I want you to hear what he's also said same day.
There's risk on that for rolling, but I mean, we were 8-9 last year. You know what I mean? So we're trying to get better. You know what I mean? So I think that's important.
Did you hear it?
No. Are you able to turn the volume up at all? Or
he was speaking really in hushed tones there.
Mm-hmm.
He said, we were 8-9 last year. We're trying to get better.
Ooh.
Now listen to it, and that's why it was kind of hushed. And then listen to this one, same day.
No, I think there's always issues with players that you go through, and I think we have a great organization that works really hard to try to give these guys the best opportunities to succeed. But no, I think again we're chasing Super Bowls, right? And that's an important thing, and that's what this is about. It's not always going to be. It's not going to always go smoothly. We were 8-9 last year.
He said it twice.
Mm-hmm.
And we're chasing Super Bowls, and it's sometimes these kind of things happen. It's not
Mm-hmm.
It's not like the Green Bay Packers are the only team that ever had a disagreement with a player on whether they should continue playing or not. So I just thought those were good for Monday. And then I had a best and worst question from his following press conference, which was Wednesday, which was painfully long 2 days. If you were waiting, I wasn't waiting. I really didn't think they were going to do it before the draft. I was happy if they would. But I was like, we'll see. You were right, Maddie. You were right. Anyway, worst question coming right out of the gate. And I don't know who asked it, but did you try to FaceTime him? It was the first question. He's like, okay, we're done with this now. We're moving forward. If you want to ask me about the draft, yeah, honestly. Do you know who asked him that? Was it Schneiderman? I don't know who it was.
If I went back and listened to it, I could tell you because I know their voices pretty well, but I don't remember who it was.
I'm terrible at identifying their voices. So, and I can't remember the best question, but I might think of it by the time you're done with your superlative. So all of my superlatives were about Brian Gutekunst this week because I felt like he deserved that.
Big week for him. Huge week for him, really.
Yes.
So, speaking of, how are you feeling about Rodgers' trade being official, seeing him in Jets gear, walking into the Jets facility? Where are you at with that stuff?
I'm a very cold person, so no, I mean his goodbye on Instagram was really even I got emotional about that. It was lovely. It was very well done. It is a little weird. He looks quite dapper. I like his haircut. No, I really I hope he's happy. That's all I always, thought. Like I hope he's happy. It doesn't have to be this complicated. I mean, I hope he, and maybe he'll even get his Super Bowl. I don't know, but I kind of, we'll see. I don't want to say I doubt it, but you know what I mean.
We'll see. You never know.
You never know. you just never know. And yeah, I think honestly, I mean, there's going to be so much pressure on Jordan Love to fill Favre and Rodgers' shoes. But think about Rodgers, the amount of pressure he put on himself. This is why I didn't think he'd do it. I mean, I was 50-50, but I really thought he would be it. Let's put it this way. If you're a competitor, which he obviously is,
Mhm.
a competitive person, you're going to continue to up the challenge to yourself, right? And he's got all eyes on him now, especially he's not just in Green Bay anymore. Now he's moved. They've made a big deal out of it. He's got Hackett there. He's got Lazard.
Mhm.
He's got a good head coach. He's got his money, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
But if he really has got to have a lot of pressure on himself and from the outside to do well, because wouldn't he look really bad if he just bombed, right?
Mhm.
It's a lot of pressure. And I don't think he's going to bomb. I don't think that. But to
No.
go 8-9 again or something like that and be mediocre, right? That would be, and that's not bombing, Giannis. I get it. I get it. I get it. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying he wants a Super Bowl,
Mhm.
right? And he felt like he had to leave to get one, and
Yep.
that's fine. And so I hope he gets it. And just from a human standpoint, but from a fan standpoint, no, I hope I don't care. I don't care. I just want him to be happy. Yeah.
Sure.
I don't want him to get the Super Bowl because I want us to. I want Jordan Love to go out there his first season and get the Super Bowl because I'm so realistic.
That'd be amazing. Yeah. I mean, I don't think anyone's betting on that, but
I'm not betting on it, but that's
pretty
what
amazing.
I want as a fan, right?
Totally. You always want your team to win the Super Bowl, right? That's what we always want. So yeah,
We always want that. Anyway, so that's a long answer for me to say because there's a lot of feelings. It's complex.
Yeah. No, it is for real.
It's not just like, oh yuck, I hate it, or oh I love it, or anything like that. I'm a little bit more like, it's hard not to look at this in human terms.
Mhm.
Yeah. How did you feel?
Oh, just a whole big, mixed ball of emotion. All week people have been asking me, it's like, what do you think of the Rodgers trade? What do you think Rodgers gone? Blah, blah, blah. And so it's like, well, I feel a lot of things. And so part of it is like, in the immediate, I think we talked about this sort of dichotomy of like the immediate and like the large scale.
Yeah.
In the immediate, it's like, I'm just glad that the trade is done. I'm glad that, that we have the weight over, that we know it's happening. We got a really, really good haul for him. I thought I was very happy with what we got.
Oh man, that part was great.
Just realized my ring light was not on. There we go. So yeah, really happy about that. And in the large scale, it is weird, like really viscerally bizarre to see him in Jets gear, and that's going to take some, paradigm shift, realignment, whatever, to really like grasp that and accept it. And there've been a lot of really great retrospectives, and of course his really lovely Instagram stuff, that was like, oh man, like all the great moments he's given all of us, all the excitement, all of the like the feeling that we've had that like, we could win any game with him on the field. Like all of that has come to an end, and it was beautiful, and we can look back on it and like Vic Ketchman says, our memories make us rich, which is so true. And they're talking about this on Last Call Lambo. I just caught part of the episode so far this morning. They were saying that they were feeling all kind of like in their feels after the Instagram stuff, and then Rodgers goes and does his first press conference with the Jets, and he's like, "Yeah, the Wi-Fi in my house isn't good." And they're like, "God, never mind, Aaron Rodgers."
It's like that's your problem now, Jets. You
yeah, exactly.
That part of it I will not miss.
They're saying like all that goodwill that he built up over that that Instagram post just was dashed with him like
it was
saying
gone.
typically ridiculous Rodgers stuff, and you're like, yeah, okay, you know what?
Yeah.
Just glad we're moving on, basically.
Right. I couldn't believe it. I mean, I could believe it. I'm not surprised. My prediction was he's going to try to burn the whole place down when he left.
Yeah, right.
And I think he tried to some degree.
So, superlatives. Should I do my superlatives?
But that's what makes him who he is.
Yeah.
and gotta love it. Gotta love it. Yes. And Lorenzo, before you do that, Lorenzo reminds us that he has chosen the number 8. And I think that's nice. Joe Namath offered him number 12.
Which was extremely kind, I thought. Like, that's really nice. Honestly.
And it was nice of Rogers to, he probably just wants a change. He wants a change. So
Indeed.
I don't know. I'd be kind of like, if it were me, I'd be like, you can't say no to Joe Namath giving you the 12. It's like, take the 12 he offered. That's rude to not accept a gift.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's an interesting point, Dawn, because it's like, I can see how it is rude to be like, no, I'm good, Joe Namath. But on the other hand, like, Aaron Rodgers always wants to be like the individual.
Yes.
I think you probably feel like he was like, following in Joe Namath's path, following in Brett Favre's path, being traded to the Jets as like a, extremely good late career quarterback. So it's probably like, no, I'm gonna be my own number, man.
Yeah. We're all following in somebody else's path, though.
Honestly, we're all standing on the shoulders of giants, right?
That's right. And Lorenzo says, yep, I'm about to miss him. And he's got a little cry emoji. Yeah.
A lot of feelings.
Yeah. All right, Maddie. So what do you have this week?
Yeah. So my favorite thing. Sorry. Oh, it just makes me so happy to think about it, Dawn. My favorite thing on Packers Twitter this week was Justice Mosqueda. I'm just gonna read the tweet, okay?
Okay.
All right, folks. After context. Sorry. Context. This was after the trade conditions were announced. So we knew that we're getting the pick swap in the first round, getting the second round pick, getting the 5th, 6th pick swap this weird, getting the conditional one for next year, right? So, and of course, Aaron Rodgers' salary off the books, that's super important. So after all this went down, after Jets fans have been saying like, oh, you're gonna get like a 4th round pick and you're gonna like it, just like all the sort of trash talking, all the sort of ridiculousness from all the Jets fans on Twitter. So the terms of the trade are announced, and Justice Mosqueda, one of my favorite Twitter follows, wrote this tweet. All right, folks, running of the Bulls time. Find me the Jets have all the leverage content. I have a bat and everything looks like a pinata now. So people posting receipts of like just the worst trash talk from Jets fans.
There was a lot of that.
Justice had a bunch of examples in there. He retweeted some. Just a ton of people, jumped in and put in their screenshots and their retweets and stuff like that. It was glorious. So this superlative, by the way, is best justice.
Best justice. Yes.
See what I did there? So
I love it.
Justice Mosqueda. Best justice.
I love it. Thank you, Justice. Yeah.
My goodness.
That's
hilarious. So that was my first one.
Okay.
Second one is most interesting data. So Bill Huber, who writes for SI.com, one of our favorite beat writers, wrote an article about what's called History Shows the Importance of Packers Moving to the 13th trade, 13th of the Rodgers trade, that is. So this was about like looking up what like the 13th overall picked players had done in terms of Super Bowls, Pro Bowls, how many years they contributed to the team, just like all the kinds of stats you'd want to like, like how good were they basically, like all the 13th round players. I'm not sure how many years back he went, but like many, many years. And then he also did all the 15th round players. And like, it was stark and surprising, the contrast between like the contributions from the 13th overall and the 15th overall picks. It really blew my mind. I think it blew Bill's mind too, actually.
Right.
And so just to see that laid out and to see like, why was it Gutekunst, pushed so hard at the last part of the bargaining, which is what we kind of, it came out this week as like one of the last minute things to have that pick swap. And there it is, the great stuff you can do with that. And, as we're saying this, the 15th pick was just picked, and it's Will McDonald going to the Jets from Iowa State. So we both got an edge rusher, as it turns out.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Lucas Van Ness is listed as a linebacker, but I guess he's I have heard him talked about as a linebacker, but he's listed here where I'm looking as an edge rusher, just like Will McDonald. I think Lucas Van Ness is the better of the two. So
yeah,
there's the difference right there.
Yeah, there's the difference. And I immediately knew, because I know a little thing about negotiation that I've learned over the years. And I was like, that's brilliant, actually. Immediately I knew what that could do
Mhm.
potentially. So I was super happy with it. I mean, that trade, that was really well done.
Yeah.
It was super well done. We'll get a first round next year. We will.
Oh yeah, unless Aaron Rodgers has a cataclysmic injury, and
And
if
then
they do bomb, then we get a higher pick. So that's wonderful too.
Yeah. So no, that was very well done. I think a lot of people were surprised.
Especially Jets fans.
Not only Jet fans, but a lot of the larger national media that doesn't appreciate how smart people from Wisconsin are, and they're actually just as tough as New Yorkers. We just don't act like that.
Yep.
I mean, Wisconsin, seriously, they're not slouches in terms, you're not, yeah. So anyway, I wasn't totally surprised. I wasn't surprised at all, actually. I was super proud of him. It was a great value. And I wouldn't have minded if we waited either. I mean, we've got 11 picks.
Yeah, it's pretty great. Until we package through them and move up to get Jackson Smith and Jigba in the first round still. Until that happens.
I know. He's still not taken.
Not yet. Commanders are on the clock. No, Commanders have the pick in, but I haven't seen it announced yet. But the Patriots apparently on the clock. We'll see in a minute here, probably. So, I got one more superlative for you.
Right.
And this is actually almost an annual tradition. I'm pretty sure this was one of mine for a year ago's show. I'm pretty sure. This is best perspective, going to Andy Herman with his article, NFL Draft, what NFL teams know that we don't. So as the players, are picked, there's going to be a lot of people saying, oh, what is this team doing picking this guy? Like, how could they possibly do that? Like, I think I know everything, and like, I know the analytics and I know this and this, and I've done the reading and the film grinding. Well, when it comes down to it, those are all important parts of the evaluation process of who to take, but like there is so much more that the teams do. And Andy lists out a few different examples of things, actually several different examples of that are like, even though I've read this article, this is probably the third year in a row that I've read it. Cause Andy always reposts it.
Right.
Even though it's like probably the third time I've read it, there's still like all kinds of stuff that's like, oh yeah, that's right. I forgot that. Like I didn't think of that, So, sorry, the Commanders took a cornerback, Emmanuel Forbes. I don't even know that name. So good for them, I guess.
I looked it up.
Good for Emmanuel Forbes. So anyhow, I don't remember what I was saying, Don. But so I know. So Andy's article. This is the night we're having. Andy Herman's article is, I think, key to understanding that, like, though, as John Meredith would say, football is knowable. And though we have like a lot of amazing people doing amazing work with the film grinding and the analytics and stuff, in the end there's still other things that like we just don't know because we don't have people who can do the research into the players as people. And so highly recommend it. It's read it every year. It's always good to remember to give you some perspective as you form opinions about how the draft is shaping up.
Yeah. I started reading it when you reposted it, when he reposted it, when you reposted it, when everybody reposted it.
When it was flying around.
Sidetracked. What was the name of the I had Andy on live. He had a live stream on YouTube earlier today. So I was there for a little bit too. It's hard to know. I mean, I was cramming. As you can tell from my conversation tonight, I didn't get anything done cram-wise. What was the name of the Commanders pick?
Like I said, the name I didn't even know. Emmanuel Forbes from Mississippi State. Emmanuel Forbes. Yeah,
overall 54, position rig 8, but that doesn't mean whatever their needs are.
Exactly. Yeah. Fit for the team, scheme fit. All the things that Andy Herman mentioned in his article. Go ahead and read it, folks.
Exactly. Oh, there's Lucas Van Ness. Okay.
So that's what I got. Those are my superlatives. Have we heard from our guest at all? Is she able?
Very nice. No messages. No nothing. I'm a little worried. She has cats too. They got her. She has more than one.
Oh yeah,
more than one.
All over for Amy. Well, we'll have her on another time for sure because she's fantastic. Looking forward to meeting her and talking with her, but it just didn't work out for tonight. So it goes.
Speaking of cats, I'll give a quick update on Pepe LaFleur, Coach LaFleur in cat form, and our Jamie Cheesebutt, who is taking a hiatus from Twitter right now, and that is Pepe LaFleur's new mommy. They're doing great.
Oh, good.
I get pictures every day, videos too. And then she took him to his first wellness check at the veterinarian. He does have a little sinus infection type thing, so she's been successful at giving him pills. She's learning a lot. This is her first pet. She's never had a cat. I mean, we know giving cats pills and stuff like that. So, but I'm so proud of that girl, and he's so happy. They're both so happy together, and I'm sure she'll be posting lots on Twitter once she comes back about her and Pepe. But I couldn't be happier for both of them. Super great.
Nice.
So the Packer family stands united behind cats. Hopefully Amy's cats too.
Hopefully.
And for those of you who don't know Amy, she's a physical therapist, and she has some really interesting takes on watching, on her fandom, watching the play form, that kind of thing. When there are injuries, she's our go-to person. And she's also recovering herself from a big surgery. So
that's right,
we're super happy to have her on. She was on Beauty Touchdown with Jamie and I.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
A while back, yeah.
Oh, nice.
So, hello. Well, happy draft night. Whatever team you're rooting for, I hope you get what you want. Packers fan never get what really they want, especially the first night. It's always kind of like, okay, that's good.
Oh, they always feed the defense, which is not sexy, but it's important.
It's important. I want a good, I want the O-line to be. Is Osiris Torrance taken yet?
I don't think so. Oh, there we go. The Patriots took Christian Gonzalez.
Okay.
Emmanuel Forbes into that's so weird. Yeah, so Patriots got a really good corner, and Detroit's back on the clock as we're speaking. But anyhow, should I hit the wrap up at the end here?
Yes, I was just going to say I was kind of expecting Gutekunst to take that 13 and do something other than just take a pick with it, too, negotiating wise.
I think if we were at 15 and didn't get the pick swap, I think he would have, because he, said in one of his press conferences this week that he wanted 13 for a reason. I can't remember how he said it, but it was
right.
He had something in mind with that.
He did.
And
he
hopefully
did.
Lucas Van Ness was exactly who he had in mind. I mean, we may
it might
know,
be.
but...
Can't wait till I love the post draft conference with him as well.
Totally.
Yeah, Maddie. So let's bring her home.
All right.
This one to bed where it belongs.
Bring this home. One of our most scattershot episodes yet. So, of course, you'll find links in our show description for everything we mentioned. So please, check it out. Whether you're a super fan or content creator, we'd love to have the chance to interview you. So if you're a subscriber, our DMs are open at Hey Will Up on all the social platforms. We'd love to hear from you or someone you'd like to nominate to be a guest on our podcast this year. And folks, when you subscribe to our podcast, you help us to keep spreading the love in our community. And the best way to help this podcast grow is by sharing it with your friends and family.
Yes, that's right, Maddie, because we love you. We're so glad to know you, to be fans of you, and to have the luxury of being fans of the most storied team in the NFL. With their new draft picks. We appreciate your support, your subscriptions, and sharing our pod. And we look forward to seeing you next week on
Hey, we like your pod.
Football in general comes down to discipline and people owning their roles. And when you aren't disciplined or you go outside the scheme, bad stuff happens.